Hi, I'm Taylor Smurl.
And I'm Tommy Smurl.
And this is
Neat.
Well, hello and welcome to our episode all about the Chuhai. Well, so a Chuhai, as we talked about on the podcast, is pretty basic. It's just shochu, soda, and some sort of fruit juice. They are available in a plethora of flavors throughout Japan, both made fresh and also in a canned varietal. Something that really isn't exported much. Definitely not widely available here in America, but it is something to check out if you are there. So we're going to do the next best thing and try to make some on our own.
Yeah, it's like their secret favorite beverage they won't share with the rest of us.
I know. We gave them Zima and they won't export Chuhai.
We gave them Lemon Dew.
Lemon Dew?
That's the Coca-Cola product we talked about.
That's right. Yeah. Can we get that here? I don't know. I'd rather get one of the real ones. I don't want the Coke one. Anyway. All right. So we're like, the thing about the Chuhai recipe is it's not a specific product or a specific juice. There aren't even specific measurements. It's really just more of an idea of some sort of shochu, some sort of fruit juice, and then sparkling water. And even that sometimes falls apart because you can do tea instead. You can, do like oolong or green tea. So we're just using a very rough idea of what a Chuhai can be, but it's very limitless when you get into it. So of course, the misfortune of this video is that, hey, I'm in New York City. I can find a lot of shochu in my hood. Dad is in West Virginia and could not.
They just didn't have it. They looked at me with a blank stare.
Well, that's all right. So Dad's gonna be making like those newfangled canned Chuhais that are made with vodka. Dad's gonna be making his with vodka, but that's all right. We'll allow it.
That's right. And the other thing for me too, I'm not much on fruit, so I'm very limited in the fruits that I like. So I have to be very particular in what fruits I pick.
Yeah, that doesn't like fruit or vegetables. This guy.
Those things will kill you. Try to stick strictly to meat and potatoes.
Just meat flavored cocktails all the time.
And I mean, we had vegetables when I was a kid, but we just pushed them out of the way to get to the meat.
Well, that's a bad mindset, but we won't try to confront that in this episode because we're gonna drink. So Dad has vodka as his base. That's fine. It'll work in a pinch. I'm gonna be working with two kinds of shochu just to kind of show, as we talked about in the episode, you can pair your shochu with different flavors, vegetables, fruit, whatever kind of juice you want to add in. Just sort of experiment. So I've got a traditional, just 100% rice-based shochu, and I've also got one that is a little bit of rice, but mainly sweet potatoes as the distillate. So I'm going to be pairing my rice shochu with the very traditional grapefruit, and I'm going to be pairing my sweet potato shochu with something that I feel is a little bit earthier, a little bit more compatible. That's going to be pear juice.
All right.
We're gonna do these all at once because we're dealing with the same measurements across the board, right?
Well, and I'm using, like you said, vodka, and I'm going to use lemon juice because I like lemonade.
There you go. And you're basically going to make a vodka lemonade, but we're going to call it a Chuhai.
That's right.
That's fine. All right. So for your fruit juice component, you want about an ounce. You want some fair amount of fruit flavor in these. So I'm going to add an ounce of each of my fruit juices. And if you're building these at home, a Collins glass is probably best for this. Highball. It's a highball cocktail.
All right. So 1 ounce of lemon juice for me.
I got an ounce of pear juice in one glass, and I'm going to put an ounce of grapefruit in the other. Now, the only difference in these drinks that we're going to do is because Dad is using straight up lemon juice. If you've ever had a Chuhai, they do have some sweetness to them. So I suggested that he add about 1/4 to 1/2 ounce of simple syrup to his cocktail. If you're using lemon, lime, yuzu, sudachi, one of the drier Japanese citruses, or just a dry citrus in general, I think a little bit of sweetener will do you justice in this drink.
Nice. I used 1/2 ounce of my simple syrup.
There you go. And then we're going to do 2 ounces of our shochu or vodka. All right, I'm gonna add a few ice cubes to our Collins glasses. All right, and then we're just
Now
gonna
soda?
top it. Yep, top it with soda. And we're not really gonna stir these for dilution. We're just gonna stir these to combine the elements. So it's sort of just you put your spoon to the bottom of your glass, give it a little stir, and pull it back up. That's it.
Nothing too vigorous.
Nope.
Even us old folks could keep up with that.
And Chuhais aren't traditionally garnished. Like if you order them at a bar, they're not going to come out with any frills on them. I made some garnishes just to differentiate mine, but you don't need to. I'm going to put a little grapefruit twist on one, and I'm going to put a little piece of pear in the other.
I put like a lemon spaceship on mine, and look, it's orbiting the globe of my glass.
Oh, nice.
Look how it works. It's running the track there.
Alien invader. I like that. Are you a little Chuhai right now, Dad?
I'm hoping to get there.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. That's a fine lemonade.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Oh, it's a very basic structure. Now, what I've got here with the shochu, they're very different experiences. The rice-based shochu is a little bit sweeter, a little lighter, and it makes it a little bit more of a grapefruit forward drink. The pear and the very earthy sweet potato shochu, they create a little bit of a creamier, sweeter, heavier drink, but they're not so different. Like if you were to try these two shochus head to head, you definitely get different flavor notes that the juices that I picked play up, but they're not wildly different experiences. It's really just a very simple, refreshing. You can complicate this structure if you want to, but why would you? It's easy and simple.
I'll stick to my lemon spaceship.
Well, and if you've ever been curious about shochu, but you're intimidated about what you do with it, and maybe you don't love drinking spirits straight, this is the best answer because it's light, it's refreshing. You can pair it with the fruits or even vegetables that you happen to like, things that are in season. That's a lot of the appeal of them in Japan is that they're often made with seasonal fruits, things that are in season right away. It's also lower alcohol than, Dad's drinking vodka, so his is a little higher alcohol. But in general, both of these are in the 20, this is 24%, this is I think 25. Yeah. So 24, 25%. You're dealing with half the alcohol from a standard pour of vodka. It is a little lighter than most base spirits, but it doesn't have the sort of the sweetness that often comes with lower alcohol spirits. It's just a nice, clean, lower alcohol base for a cocktail like this.
Very refreshing.
Yeah.
Nice summery drink.
Yeah. Stay hydrated. Don't get too twisted. Chuhais are great for that. Of course, if you're in Japan and you have access to the canned ones, then not getting twisted is not quite the priority because you got those good 8%, 12% Chuhais that I miss. I think the closest that I've had is the new White Claw just came out with the higher alcohol White Claws. Have you seen these, Dad? They're just two flavors. They have cranberry, which is but they have a blood orange one. And the orange one, it's a little bit more flavorful and it's also higher alcohol. So you taste a little bit more alcohol in it. And to me, it's the closest I've tasted of a lot of these American-made alcoholic seltzers to what I miss about a Chuhai, because it has a little bit more flavor, it has a little bit more alcohol present. So that's filled the void somewhat for me, but it still doesn't compete with just a good old Suntory or Asahi or Takara Chuhai.
Well, they must have gotten that from watching your mom, because that's the first thing she does with the White Claw, take a drink out of it and add 2 ounces of vodka.
My 2 Chuhais are going to get me just as twisted as your one, so I've got some work to do.
That's right.
Oh.
Too many Chuhai make you too high.
That's what I'm aiming for. make a Chuhai at your own house. I'll have the basic proportions down below. I do want to emphasize that this is a very modifiable drink. You know, not every fruit juice is going to work in a 1 ounce pour. Some you might want a little bit more of, some you might want a little less. Like Dad put a little simple syrup in his. Some drier fruits or vegetables will want a little simple. Some are going to bring that sweetness on their own. So this is a highly modifiable build. That is up to you. And you can introduce tea, introduce some oolong, introduce some green tea. This is all within the wheelhouse of the Chuhai. It's really just a way of drinking shochu. So if you experiment at home and come up with something badass, let us know.
That's right. Whatever pleases your palate.
Yeah. And thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us, Dad.
Well, thank you for having me, Taylor. I enjoyed it. I'm going to enjoy my Chuhai.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here. If you want to support us, we are on Patreon. We have special videos made specifically for the cocktail requests of our Patreons. There's one coming out this week. We have coasters and stickers, all sorts of fun rewards at different levels. If you want to find us on social media, we are neatboozcast@gmail.com or neatboozcast on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to be part of a community where you can share your unique individual Chuhai recipes with each other, Dad's made one.
Neat the Boozecast on Facebook. It's a group.
Group,
check it
Facebook
out.
Group thing. Yes, check it out. All right. Well, hey, I've been Taylor Smurl.
I've been Tommy Smurl.
And this has been
Neat.
I like that you managed to finagle this episode into drinking a vodka soda.
That was good.
There you go. You like a vodka soda. Vodka lemonade, really.
A lemon vodka soda.